My dear students, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My today's video lesson is about two very ordinary and very frequently used legal terms: agreement and contract. And they are very mistakenly used, and the term agreement is many times is interchangeably used for a contract, which is not correct. Before I start talking about these two terms, I would like to tell you that you might have noted that I never ask you to subscribe to my channel or to press the bell button. But it never means that you should not share my videos with others. If you share them with others, others will also be benefited. Agreement and contract, they are interchangeably and mistakenly used not only by the law student. Had it been used by the by laymen, I would have never recorded this video. But unfortunately, majority of law students and a few lawyers as well, they use these two terms interchangeably, as I said, and mistakenly. So I'll be trying to make you people understand the difference. They are two different terms, having two different meanings. They are not synonymous to each other. Agreement means in law, and particularly in the law of contract, agreement means the mutual consent. When two parties, they plan to conclude a contract between them, first they need to have mutual consent. That is called agreement. And then when you see this mutual consent is assented to, this mutual understanding is assented to by both the parties, then the contract is concluded. Now, it means it's clear that there can be no contract without an agreement. I mean, how can there be a contract when two parties do not have mutual consent to something? So you can say that all contracts are agreement, but all agreements are not contracts. Simply, you see the agreement which is enforceable by law is a contract, and if there is an agreement, that is to say the mutual consent between the two parties, and they mistakenly think that they have concluded a contract, that is not a contract, and that is a contract if it is not enforceable by law. Like if I'm attracted by your mobile and I offered you an amount of money and I showed my interest in buying your mobile. So what happens after a long negotiation, we agree upon a price. Okay? So whenever you see the proposal is accepted, this proposal can be from my side, can be from your side. So if a proposal is accepted, contract is concluded. Now this is a contract, there is nothing wrong with it. It is an agreement. I mean, agreement is the foundation of this contract, or rather every contract. So this is a contract, or this is an agreement, but this would not be called agreement. This would strictly be, in legal jargon, would be called contract. Why? Because this is enforceable by law. Taking another example, if two people agree that upon robbing the people, they make an agreement, they have mutual consent that we will rob people on the Kashmir highway, and we will equally distribute the proceeds of the robbery between us. So that is the agreement, there is no doubt. Why? Because both the parties have agreed to something, mutually agreed to something, you see, and that is a contract. But unfortunately, it's not enforceable by law. That's why we will not call it a contract, we will call it an agreement. Like if you see, one of them breaches the contract. If one of them says to other that I will not pay you because the money is too small and I'm not going to pay you, can the other party go and file a suit against that robber? Can one of the robbers can go and file? No, never. Even if he goes and files a suit, the law will not help him because this contract is void and it's not enforceable. Another important thing which you need to understand is that the term void contract, VOID, void contract. Void contract may not necessarily be an illegal contract. So I have observed that our students, they always think that a void contract is an illegal contract. No, no. Void contract is a contract which cannot be enforced, which is not enforceable. But may not it be necessarily an illegal contract. Like if two parties in a contract, one of them who hasn't attained the age of majority, which is 18 years, and they apparently make a contract, this is a void contract, and that would not be, enforceable by law. But as I gave you the example of agreement between two robbers, that is also void, but illegal as well. So when a contract is not enforceable, and this, unenforceability is because of some illegality or something illegal, then this is void